Hi everyone, so my name is Zoe and I'm here now just about to have my session with Stephen, who's absolutely phenomenal, I just might add. I basically, just over a month ago, went to visit a friend, and when asking about her son, she had mentioned to me that he'd been going for a bit of a tough time and he'd met Stephen and had a couple of sessions with him. And I was just quite intrigued to know if where I'm at in my life now that Stephen could help me. So she passed on his number and I gave him a call. And where I if I just tell you a little bit about kind of where I was a month ago when I basically first met Stephen, I'd come out of a 6-year relationship. I'd been out of that relationship for almost a year. And after that period of time, I was still feeling really, how can I put it, basically stuck. I thought, I'm unhappy in this relationship. Everybody that knew me knew I was desperately unhappy. So it was, the natural thing for me to do was leave the relationship, start my life again, and I've got Zoe back and I'm going to be happy and everything's going to be great and okay and I'm going to rebuild my life and everything's wonderful again. But it didn't actually work out as planned. So basically 10 months after ending this relationship, moving to a new house, thinking that I'm starting my new life, I was pretty miserable. I'm actually in the health and fitness industry. I've been a personal trainer and worked in that industry for almost 21 years. And I was kind of getting to the point where I was waking up in the morning feeling extremely, what I call, unmotivated. And I didn't even have any enthusiasm to even exercise myself. I was getting really low, clearly suffering with depression, which is not a word that I like, and maybe at times would have felt that it's I would have been embarrassed to say I was suffering with depression, and I didn't actually know I was, but I now know that's kind of where I was in life. So when I met Stephen, explained my situation, he said, right, why, what can I help you with? I basically said, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't feel motivated. I've lost my passion for work. I'm meant to be happy now. I've got out this relationship, right? I've paid the debt off that I got into. There was loads of things going on in my life, and I just thought, once I've resolved this, once I've resolved that, I'm going to move on and everything's going to be fantastic. But it just wasn't. And I was feeling really stuck is the word I'm looking for. I just really didn't know where to go, who to turn to. I'm one of them people, even if I need help, I really struggle reaching out to close friends, family members, because, for me it was a sign of weakness. So I was just kind of struggling alone. Basically, I wouldn't say I was becoming a recluse, but, borderline. I didn't want to leave the house at times. I was really starting to disassociate myself with everybody, didn't want to go out and do stuff with friends because I was, just feeling really worn out with, I just wasn't happy. I was really sad, really miserable and feeling really alone. So if I just cut to the chase now and tell you all about what Stephen does. So I didn't know how this was all going to work when I met him, because my reason for coming to see him and my friend's son's reason for coming to see him were completely different. And I was thinking, is he going to be able to help me? Is this going to work? And when he actually sat down and explained to me when meeting him, what he'd kind of been through and how he had, turned his life around and how he'd learnt this system, I was really blown away, because one of my passions is learning about the subconscious mind and how it works, and I love everything to do with the human body, and I'm into health, fitness, holistic stuff. So I was completely blown away and fascinated with the thought of how this was all actually going to work. And when Stephen was actually telling me about it, because I kind of understood to a degree how he was explaining it to me, I was thinking, wow, this is pretty powerful stuff. If this works, this is going to have the ability to completely change my life. What Stephen has done for me is he has encouraged me to, I wouldn't say encourage, he's basically deleted self-limiting beliefs, negative thought patterns, behaviour patterns, things that have when I came to see him and I was stuck, I thought it was all to do with the things that were in my life today, the debt that I was in, the relationship that I was in, the loss of my dad, you know, certain things that I'd been through in life that were quite traumatic. And I kind of thought that this is why I am where I am. And when we kind of stripped it down, it basically boils down to the fact that all of the stuff that happened from my life up to now, that I thought I just learnt to cope with, and I've moved on from it, and that doesn't upset me anymore, and I'm doing my best to kind of, you know, I'm a really strong person and I can deal with it, and I just covered it all up and buried it. And there are certain things that went on, you know, when I was, you know, a very young toddler in my life that are still impacting me today. So Stephen basically has, after I've been to see him for several sessions, and I can't thank him enough for how he's changed my life. I am back to being that motivated person, you know, loving training with people, training myself. I just wake up every morning and I can't explain why I am so happy, but I literally am buzzing. I wake up in the morning and I can't wait to wake up, because even if I don't have anything planned, I'm just excited. And I don't even know why I'm so excited, but I just feel so happy. So after having several sessions with Stephen over the last month, my whole life has literally changed like night and day. If anyone out there is feeling stuck, if anyone is feeling depressed, suffering with anxiety, you know, not knowing what direction they're in life, if anyone suffered any trauma, if anyone even suffers with, you know, what we've worked on doing is, because of past stuff that's happened in my life, Stephen has now taught me that this is all, you know, physical responses based on emotional traumas and feelings, things that have kind of been trapped in my body for years and years. So everybody that knows me knows I don't really get sick, but when I get a migraine I can be laid up in bed for 5 days and really violently ill. And I'm not getting my migraines anymore, so I'm, you know, over the moon. I'm happy. I'm the healthiest for someone who every day on a daily basis puts only healthy things in her body and lives this very healthy life. You know, the migraines were really debilitating for me, so we've also worked on getting rid of them as well. So each session that I come and do, I just leave feeling happier and happier. And if anyone can help you, it is Stephen. He's absolutely amazing, and this system, it really does work. I'm going to share this on my Facebook as well, so if anyone wants to know any more information, then hit me up or Stephen. And yeah, I just look forward to everybody else being just as happy as I am, because right about now I'm the happiest person that I know.